Hello, hello. Back with another stream today. Just quickly checking if it's running. Okay, so last time we made a female character for the game. Today I want to make the protagonist male friend character, as you can see. And I want him to be a bit more of a chill guy, someone that isn't too worried about life or anything and just wants to joke around. If you just found out about your streaming, yeah, I just noticed he was in chat. And how's it going, Axel? Did you have a good day? Did you finish Yamada yet? Okay, so Axel, you remember last time when I made where did I put the sketches? Hang on. Right, you remember last time when I made these sketches, right? I did not yet. That's a shame. Oh well. So today I will be working on the friend character and hopefully later this week the bucket lady character. I already prepared the file. The explanation on the refining. You mean these parts, right? When I was talking about that meme with this girl. Well, here's the thing. I have a very specific process when making character. I start off with a sketch. The sketch always starts off rough, like so. If I draw a quick line, it always starts off like a rough sketch, something a beginner would make. Then I take the sketch and take the important outlines. That's this. But this also looks really off, so I look closely at how can I make it better. This is way too sharp. So I look at this and say, hey, I make it less sharp like so. But you can see in the refined version that it's, well, actually more sharp like so, right? And the same to the shoulders. I look at this and think the shoulders are way too sharp, so I make them a bit rounder. Which you see here, they are more round. The color version is this version, but with color testing. I check where I want the colors to be. Hi, Airbow. Welcome in. Can I see your live artistic skills one day? You want to real life sketches? I don't have them on my computer, but I can import some later, sure. Hey, the myth is here. The legend is here indeed. So, as I was saying, I take this sketch and give it colors. But the colors are mainly to give a rough idea how I want this to look. But I am never satisfied, so I take also this sketch and make an improved version with more detail. I looked at this and think, damn, this part is boring looking, so let me just separate it out and turn it into its own sleeve, which you can see here. where it's all separate into more of a vest style rather than A1 shirt like this one. And once I have this, the final sketch version, it is basically just coloring it again to this version, which is vaguely based off this version, but with better colors. That's what I mean by refining. It's just constant going back and forth until you get something that's vaguely good looking. And if we take, I need to turn, hang on, I need to turn this one off for a moment. So if we take the refined version, I look at it and think to myself, it looks really good, but it needs some tweaking. The hair is a bit off, the colors don't work out for me, and I want more detail going on in. This all empty, and so I take this and turn it into this. Put all details in the shirt. I remove the unnecessary colors in the hair, give the eye more detail, and that's the final version. It's a very long process, and it may not make sense, but if you look at the progress, it's very straightforward from these all the way to this, right? I see now in this situation my brain thinks I can do it with my hands provide. I assume your hands provide this version. You need to teach your hands to make very smooth lines like this. And once you can make decent sketches like this, the color versions will come automatically. Coloring is way easier than sketching. If your sketch starts looking good, your whole all artwork will start looking good. Oh, all those red lines look really confusing. Anyway, I want to do this sketch, right? That is the friend character, and I need it to be a bit higher. I see, I'm not nearly as good as you, but this is how I do it. Finish one, then make a better version. That's right, Airbo. You should start with a version, and then you look at that version and make improvements. Easier said than done, that is true. It takes skill and what's the word I'm looking for? Willpower. It's very easy to just look at your work and want to give up because it doesn't look good. Okay, so I want the pose to be like he has his hands in the pocket. So I first make a quick sketch. Just very casual. The pocket's something around here. Even Earth can do this. I am good. You're not coach, you just need guidance. Like a good art teacher. Or I just use my way of doing. Okay, the head in this early sketch he is more looking to the side, but I think I want him to be looking at the player. So I make him tilt the head to the side a bit. Well, I can't really do it digitally, but on paper I'm decent. Well, that's good. Some people are better in real life than on digital, and the same the other way around. So there's nothing to be ashamed of. So how tall should he be? And what should the face look like? This this version looks a bit awful. Actually, I don't want to do the head yet. I just want to get the pose right. So I'm gonna delete the head and make a better version of the pose. Maybe a bit, maybe if I make him face a bit more to the front, so you can see the jackets better. By the way, how is the fishing game? Currently on hold, that's the best I can put it. Because the hard part about the fishing game is it's very easy in terms of coding, but in terms of making it fun, it's really difficult. Yes, a bit of a slouching back. And a jacket goes. If his neck is around here, then the jacket goes around something like so. Because with the fishing game, how do you make fishing feel fun without it being too obnoxious? Why did Chinese man end stream? And how is Erbo here? I go away for a few days and y'all have moved on. Y'all from also move on. And Chinese man is currently completely wasted. So I don't think he will be streaming anytime soon. The sun will rise and set while you're crying, wise man. You know, the hardest part about doing poses is I usually don't do poses. I usually do just straight face. So I've never properly practiced them. But that's fine. That means that I'll be practicing them today. At least this pose. Yeah, he's really drunk and really tired. Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 a.m. where he is, right? Bro, I guarantee you, tomorrow when he wakes up, he will be throwing up so badly. I'm never done with the hentai, my man. I'd be amazed if you are. Ah, this is way better head shape. That means the ear goes about here. And since he's a chill dude, we'll give him a nice smoke. And the body is way too narrow for the head, so I need to do the body again, but make it wider. No, I am him. Do you like the picture I used for the thumbnail? I feel like you'll be the one that can give it some real proper review. I really need to work on the left arm. That one doesn't work as well. But I got the feel of the right arm down pretty decently. This okay, this is way too cool looking. He's supposed to look like a guy, not a guy in a suit. I just have the tendency to just draw suits for some reason. That looks approximately right if I want to draw a suit. How you been, Doom? I've been really good. We can call it trench. Yeah, you can call it a trench coat. What I want to do is I want to give the guy at the back a hoodie to really show that he is just a chill fella, not caring about society, with hoodie strings going around here, hanging. And since he's a hoodie, he won't be wearing a dress shirt, despite the fact he's wearing a suit. So we make some hoodie folds and maybe a big logo of his favorite band. Is this supposed to be the subby hole? No, the subby is the other one. Hang on. The subby was this one. The nerd guy. That will be way later. It was subby, it would be a mate outfit. That is true. That is true. This is more of a wannabe gangster one, I think. He looks like a Yakuza now. The only issue I have is this arm right here. Maybe if I don't draw that arm, that it's just hidden behind view. And also I should really make it look less like a suit. But I just really love drawing suits. I think... Oh man, you deleted your comment. So if this is a what's called hoodie, that means it will be a bit folding up here where the neck starts. And his back should be a bit curved, right? To really show that he is a bit slouching. I want it to be a bit closer. Oh, it's too much. Hang on. I want a bit closer so his back will be very rounded to show that he's a bit slouching. Bad posture. With the pocket approximately here where his arm will go. And his other arm will go a bit smaller right here. So we have now a slightly better version from the first one, even if the proportions are a bit off. But he's not slouching enough. But it does look less like a suit this time, with how exaggerated the pose feel. Okay, let's see. What can I improve? It really should be. Yeah, it's already better. See, that's what I mean by. What did I call it again? My process. What did I call my process again? Doesn't matter. That's what I mean by my process, right? It starts off very rough looking, but as you make more versions and refine it a bit, you will start seeing massive improvements over time. So if he's slouching, that means he's going more like so, right? So his back needs to be a bit very rounded. Yeah, but we are gooners here, so unless you're gonna goon. Who are you gonna goon today? Earbow or drunk park content? Okay, now he is truly slouching. Just look at how curvy it is. You don't think I goon, and you haven't seen my folders. Okay, what if I make the legs just really hang out like he is in the, like he's walking to really show how chill of a guy he is. No, he just has one foot before him. His ass is a bit sticking out. His build a bit curved, not raw. You know, you goon. I'm. Oh, you mean Earbo? Okay. I don't know if Earbo is a gooner or not. So the neck is a bit curvy, with the face being like I'm looking right at you, but I want him to look a bit more downwards, being real like I'm more looking at the floor than at you, Fi. Something like so. Where's his other arm? His other arm should be here. Let's see. Now his body, I would say. What the hell is even going on here? Is this? Alright, that was meant to represent his curved back. It doesn't look very curvy, right? Like so, it looks like he's looking backwards. I think I need to look at an image of how a slouching person looks like for a moment. Okay, we need to replicate this look. So his belly needs to stick out right here. And then his neck. His body is just all curvy. And that's what we need to do. Irbo, do you draw often? I'm gonna just start over. Now we have a better idea of what slouching looks like. So it's basically just curve. Then make sure the belly is really sticking out before it goes up again to the chest. I don't say often, but I drew sometimes. Okay, what do you like to draw? In terms of idea, I think this proportion works better, but I want to be a bit more angled. So I'm going to take this and rotate slightly. And I'm going to get rid of the heads real quickly. Where's the deeds? Mostly people. Okay. Realistically or more cartoony? Now we have a more proper slouch. I can use that as a base. So the jacket goes something around so, right? Means the lapel goes also something around so. I'd say more realistic. Oh, nice, nice. I'm not very good at realism myself. So I'm always impressed when people can draw people and objects really realistically. The most realistic thing I ever drew was Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I had her laying around for my drawing class. Just for fun sometimes. How often is sometimes? Once a year? Once a week? Ah, yes. That reference image really did help, I think. Now it looks like a proper slouching person. And this is why I will never judge people for using references, because they're just really useful. Look at that, that's a nice looking slouching suit. So his neck needs to be like also a bit forward, looking a bit downwards. In his, I would assume that his back leg is a bit further away, so his ass would look something like so, and his other leg would go around here. Pocket, pocket, and that's how you draw an almost decent first sketch. I'll go through phases. Sometimes I'll draw multiple times a week. Then sometimes I won't draw for a few weeks or months. Same. I haven't really drawn since July. So yeah, Axel, do you remember one time when I had did one character as profile picture? This one. I drew this in like, what's the date? June of last year. That was also like the last character I drew for a half year. I didn't draw anything for like half a year. And the head, I would say the head needs to be, when he's slouching, his head doesn't even need to be that high. His head can be something like super close to the body, I think. I think Axel said he'd be, yeah, that he said that. So how much of do I need to show? Do I need to show more of the other side so it feels more realistic? If so, it'd be also easier to draw that other hand, because the other hand should be okay. If the first pocket goes, the first pocket goes right, so the front pocket, where the arm is just going just off the behind the suit, and then bending to where the suit starts. That's how the first pocket goes. That means the other pocket should be approximately here, same angle, but it should go behind the suit. In other words, the pocket needs to be slightly cut off to give the impression that there's a hand here, but the hand is going behind here. You don't actually see the full thing because it's covered behind the suit. I hope that makes sense. So that's what I need to do with this version. What is cool media? I don't know. I'm not gonna draw the other side, I just draw the first side. So this goes here, the pocket will be cut off here with a bit of the arm sticking out here, right? But you don't see the arm because it's behind the suit, which then goes above. But you do see maybe a bit the arm bending up here a bit. This would this makes way more sense in my head than it does on the drawing. Yeah, I don't know, man. Goon69, huh? I am him be saying stupid. I didn't see the Goon69 part. Must be blocked by YouTube. Quick, do we knight Irbo or this shit is different? Knighting is what Subby does. I'm not gonna steal from him. I'm not a stealer. Okay, what do you think? How do I handle the back pocket? Do I show it or do I completely hide it? Because if I completely hide it, it'd be more like this one, right? Where it's just hidden behind the suit on two sides. You have the inside suit, the lapel over it that goes over so, and you see more of the inside of the suit. You guys have a thing going here now? No, we don't. Not yet, at least. And of course, the arm, it goes a bit not that sharp. Maybe that's the play. Oh, I think I have to play. Instead, we do the inside suit, where you do see the suit from the inside. So you have here the belly part, the other side of the suit. And you don't actually see the inside, the outside lapel, because this is the inside of the suit jacket, which you see with the pockets and stuff. Been suggested once. I swear, Knighted is the first time I have mentioned here. Yeah, that's the first time he did mention it here. How do insides of suits look like again? Because I'm pretty sure you don't actually see this from the inside, right? I think that's the power play. Instead of showing the other hand on the side, we show the inside of the jacket. What do you think? So you and I am him have been showing off here but for a bit. Yeah, they do show a lot time to time. Mostly, he started watching when I was still doing Mario Kart streams, but I haven't done gaming streams in a while. Because honestly, at some point, constantly playing games is just a bit boring. And I'm a busy man. So, okay, we have the initial sketch, which shows the outside suit. Like so. And then it transitions to the inside with the belt over here. And since this is a hoodie, it won't have, it will be a bit folded. And it will have a bit of a round neck. And of course the hoodie thingies. The inside of the suit will have pockets going on. And maybe some inside lining. Yeah, I didn't know you were streaming. I'd have shown up sooner. Yeah, I'm not much of a screaming that I'm a streamer because I hate people that self-promote. So it'd be a bit weird if I be self-promoting too, you know? That's why I never told you. Okay, fortunately for me is I do own a suit, so I can actually do the pose myself later to do better referencing. Yeah, sure, you can promote me. I'd be thrilled if more people showed up. Sometimes it's very quiet if Axel isn't here. And then I'm sitting there talking to literally no one, hoping that someone will show up. And a half hour pass, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what, time to end the stream. So, Axel, Irbo, what do you think? Do you like the showing the inside of the suit jacket idea? Because I think that's easier to draw than the showing his hands in the pocket idea. And allows for maybe some fun details than MB. And of course, that means his pants go around here. So this will be your friend's character. And that's for some reason super drip with the suit jacket, but also super uncool by wearing a hoodie. Don't we all have a friend like that? One that's so close to do style right, but gets it so wrong. That's what, those are the best friends. People that just are just not there. The hoodie needs to be a bit closer to the body. It really needs to lay on it. And his neck doesn't need to be this big. Is this gonna be a comic or animated? It's gonna be just a sprite, and I changed the facial expressions from happy, sad, neutral, you know, visual novel style. So it'd be mostly comic-y, but also partially animated. Also, I think I will give this guy blue hair. At least I will make his hoodie blue. Because I think my previous character, this one has more of a green vibe with the tie and bit of the hair. And so I want to give him something that makes him stand out comparatively. So a bit more of blue hair. His hair a bit spiky on the back. Maybe a bit spiky on the front as well. To really show how cool he is. Why do I call him cool? So he needs an ear, of course. And maybe some headphones, but I'll figure that out later. So he's basically the cool dude. Yeah, basically you're a cool pal. The cool pal. So otherwise, I think this might be the best attempt at this sketch so far. If you make the jacket a bit more pronounced here. Look, this is what I mean when I say keep refining, don't give up after the first version. It will only get better as you go on. Then his hand will go in that pocket. And his suit jacket should be approximately here, right? So his arm will go something like so. Delete the unnecessary part. And that's, I think, already a pretty good idea of what I want. Shouldn't he have like necklace and tie? That is messed up. Messed up necklace or tie would be funny. Alright, let's try that. Just a messed up tie. Mm, so his tie is a bit very unrefined, just hanging here. Just completely not connected to the neck at all. Something like so. No, it needs to be longer, of course. Ties aren't that short. Ties goes usually to this height, just hanging. But it goes not close to neck, it's just under, just barely above the hoodie. Yeah, something like that. Oh, wait, no, it's a tie. I need to count in physics. So, a tie, of course, hangs, so it would be more like so. Or do you prefer that it's just really to the torso glued? Do you want it hanging or glued to the torso? What do you prefer? And yes, of course, the necklace. necklaces are easy to do. And maybe an earring. Except the part that he doesn't have an ear right now. I also feel like he'd be the type of guy that's hang on. Whoa. If I do this one a bit lower. I also feel like he'd be the type the guy that would roll up his sleeve, having it all bunched up right here. And then having his naked arms just exposed instead. With barely his hoodie. I haven't given the hoodie a color to represent yet, so let's use this to represent the hoodie color. With his hoodie just also barely sticking out. What he needs is also maybe headphones. I mean, this is the sketch, so no much detail is needed. That is true. This is just a sketch, just a bit thinking around what I want to do. So I'm not too worried about how good it looks. I am worried about one thing. I think his neck is way too long. I need to shorten this part. But that can come later. I also think I will maybe take, take this and do it lower and not show as much of the pants and make the shirt a bit higher, have a bit more space for the head to show. Because if you look at the other character, that is a quite significant part of the whole image, not just this small portion, right? But that isn't too difficult to do. It does have long neck. Yes. That's how sketches often go. I often make the neck a bit too long or too short. Does he need anything else though? I think in terms of what I want to show with the character, I have gotten most right. Like the jacket that's not quite worn properly, the hoodie underneath, some accessories, earrings, his not well worn tie. Maybe I can do a hairstyle version quickly. What kind of hairstyle shall we give this cool dude, this too cool for school fella? I'm gonna do the hairstyle on a different, not connected, because the other person already has hair. So this is, I need to make the head a bit bigger. Oh. If I turn these off for now, just make a big-ish head to represent what we will do with the hair for now. If this is the guy's head, what kind of hairstyle do you think would fit this too cool for school type of guy? Gojo has long as yeah. His nose is approximately here and his ear is also approximately here, including his other ear. So, hairstyle. I was thinking about something spiky, because that feels very cool guy, but short. Really going a bit over his head. Something like so, right? But the top a bit more smoother. Or maybe I made the top also super spiky. You guys do energy drinks work? What? Or coffee? Oh, you mean what I drink when I work? I'm more of a tea guy. A bit spiky hair. Okay. Or maybe we go for smooth blondish. Like he has just very smooth flowing hair. Like he just got from the beach and his hair is still a bit wet. A bit more spiky, cool, a bit more flowy. I'm a coffee or nothing guy. Like a Red Bull or even coffee when I drink. If I need a last energy jump, I will go for coffee. Sometimes I wake up very early for an appointment. While I'm more of a tea guy personally, for that energy I do go for a coffee. Black, of course. Or a good chocolate milk. I really love some sugar in the morning. Or maybe we go for a super 2000s, just all spiky for no reason kind of hairstyle. Like the one every 5-year-olds in the 2000s had. What do you think? And of course a bit shaded. Shaded, I mean sideburns. And goatee. Because what is a cool guy without a goatee, right? It's great, lol. Yeah, I think this one is pretty good. So many possible hairstyles. Okay, so far we have anime-esque flat with spikes, just flat, and rockstar 2000s. So many good options for the French character, I think. He likes Goku. I don't know, what would someone from the 2000s like? Goku, indeed, that's when Dragon Ball was popular. Or we go with that one kid that's just completely bald look. It's just completely bald on the top. Nah, that's lame. I don't want to do that. The flat one is you or Sobby. What, this one? You think this one looks like me? Let me check that for a sec. You think my hair looks flat? It's a bit more curly than that, or? That you know? No way, this is not me. My hair is naturally curly. Or give him a buzz cut. Makes it easier for you. A buzz cut. Oh, you mean just very flattish hair? I can do that, but I don't know. Looks a bit lame. Besides, you don't have to worry about easiness. As you know, the magic I can do with a pencil. I'll figure it out. I don't know if I will do it for this character, but I was also thinking about just a mohawk. It just goes like so. Just the one pink character. Well, needs some more of a pink hair color. Just the one punk character that has the mohawk style. That won't be this character though, but there's enough reason to have one opposite guy like this. And then have his hair a bit baldish with very fake lines of where used to be hair. I'll give him. Let me check the poll for a second. Yes, the past tense of Mongo is man went. I agree. Or maybe if we give him a funny hat. What is the chill guy kind of hat, you think? Looks like a Two Funks rock star. Pretty much, yes. What do guys kind of hats wear? I'm pretty sure nothing. Guys don't usually wear headwear. But if they do, it's more of a hairband style. Something like so. And then have um, a bit of the hair sticking out. And going a bit over the hairband. But that's also a bit lame of a character design. What's the term for if he didn't go? Mancosent? Maybe. Men going to. Men state. What is the female version? Woman go, woman went. Okay, I don't like this one. The headband sucks. I'm gonna delete it. Okay, so far either this one or this one. These two are the best, I'd say. The mohawk is kind of funny. I think for the what's the plural for money? Does money have a plural? I don't think it has. Monies with Mr. Krabs voice. Monies, right? But I think, where did I put it? I think if I do the server rival character with this hairstyle. Imagine the surfer character, but with this hairstyle. I think that's the play here. We'll keep this hairstyle, but not for this character. That's my idea. So instead, we'll be using this hairstyle for this character. Just very more standard, going down-ish. Okay, oh, it's almost 10:30. So I'm also going to stop the stream in a bit. So guys, how has your week been? Oh, Airbo, you need to see my shirt, by the way. You need to see my Epic Tiger shirt. It's got all tiger patterns on it. Makes me feel really cool. What about the past tense for a man not going? Man godent? Yes, I agree with that one. Man godent. Okay, as I was saying, I will be ending stream now. So, I hope you guys have a great day, great night. Goodbye. You know,